What's up everyone? Welcome back to the part 3 of this series about flash photography. So in this episode I'm going to talk about TTL flash, high speed sync and second current sync. So let's get started. So here I have the subject, and as shown in my part 2 video, I have a simple light stand with a flash off camera. It's a Godox TT685HS and I have a Godox X1C trigger, and I'm using a shoot-through umbrella. First, what exactly is TTL flash? So TTL basically means through the lens metering. So when you're taking a photo, the flash will fire a pre-flash at first, and then it will illuminate the subject. It comes back through the lens, and then the camera will decide how much flash power is necessary to get a proper exposure. That is known as TTL, or through the lens metering. So I have the camera currently set to the sync speed. I'm shooting in manual mode. The shutter speed 1/200th of a second, and an aperture value of f10 at ISO 100. So I'll take a shot without the flash, and this is how it looks like. As you can see, we have a proper background, but our subject is completely in shadow. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the flash and let's take the same shot. That's how it looks like. So what the TTL metering does is that it fired a pre-flash and then illuminated the subject. The light came back through the lens, then it determined the perfect power for getting the correct exposure. Now currently shooting in 200th of a second at f10. So what if I want to take the shot at a lower aperture and to get a blurred out background? That is when we use high speed sync. I'm going to take my aperture to 5.6, and when I meter the background, I'm going to get an exposure for the background first. 3/20th of a second. This is how the background looks like. The background is slightly blurry and our subject is completely in shadow. Now I'm going to turn on the flash and going to take the same shot. The aperture is 5.6 and the shutter speed is 1/320th. And so it means that I'm right now above the sync speed. So what high speed sync basically does is it will continuously fire a pulse of light. So let's see how it looks like. Now you can see there is a slightly blurred background, but our subject is properly exposed. The sun is down now. So the next we are going to talk about is called second curtain sync. So what second curtain sync basically does is the flash will fire at the very last moment. That is, when the second curtain is about to close, the flash will fire. So I'm going to set the shutter speed to a very low shutter speed, as I told in my previous video, that is in part 2. The shutter speed is used to control the ambient exposure in your image. Lower the shutter speed, more of the ambient will be included in the shot, and higher the shutter speed, less the ambient will be included in the shot. So I want a little more ambient in this shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the shutter speed to 1/20th of a second at f8 and ISO 100. And I have set the flash to second curtain sync. That's how it looks like. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. See you again.